Hi and a very good evening to each one of you. Yet again it's Tuesday 5:30, the time you and I have conversations about health and beauty. These conversations happen on Instagram live. My handle is I love Skinsense. Keep your questions ready, keep your pens and papers ready every Tuesday and Friday 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. I will be going live just for you, just you and me, talking about being awesome inside out, good health on the inside, which radiates as beauty on the outside. Isn't that a very empowering concept? Why is beauty said to be only skin deep? Do you even agree that beauty is skin deep? Of course it is not, because unless you're healthy, you can't be beautiful. Unless you're hormonally balanced, you can't look beautiful. Unless you are stress-free, you can't look beautiful. What do I mean by looking beautiful? By looking beautiful, I mean radiating the freshness. And unless you radiate that kind of a freshness, no wonder what color you are, no wonder what length of hair you have. You have to have that energy, that enthusiasm, that freshness to be beautiful every single day. And that beauty is possible only when you are awesome on the inside, and that awesomeness on the inside radiates to the outside. So welcome everybody, and so happy to be here and talking about a very relevant topic. So today's topic is about nutritional supplements for hair, and I will be answering 3 questions that a lot of people ask me, and these 3 questions will clarify a lot of myths and facts for a lot of people. A lot of people ask me, is it important or is it so necessary to take nutritional supplements? Can I not get all this that you're talking about from food alone? Yes, I'm going to answer that question. Then people tell me I am taking a general B complex, I'm taking some nutritional supplement which has been prescribed by my family physician, or rather somebody shared about it to me. Is any nutritional supplement good enough for healthy hair, or do you need a specific nutritional supplement? How does one understand what is the right nutritional supplement for me to take is a question a lot of people ask. Yes, I'm going to be answering that question too. And then the most important question, because this is what makes a real difference: how long does one have to take a nutritional supplement? What differences does one see when one takes a nutritional supplement? And does it have any side effects at all? Now, yes, we're going to answer all this one by one in the next 30 minutes. Going to keep it very simple, because the more simple I keep it, the easier it is going to be for you to take action, take notes, follow on these principles. These principles I am sharing with you are very powerful. And why do I call them very powerful? Because I have been working in the space of creating wellness, and through this wellness I create beauty for men and women, and I have been doing this for 11 whole years now. And since I've been doing it for 11 years and I've worked with thousands of men and women of all ages, of all kind of nutritional statuses, I know this definitely works, and I also know that this is the right way for you to get incredible results, to get long lasting results, because it is not possible to get incredible or long lasting results if you only think about a quick fix and if you do not go deep inside and make the necessary changes. So all of us know that your general health, your general condition is going to affect your skin, hair and body shape. It is absolutely not possible that you are not healthy on the inside and you are looking beautiful on the outside. That is not possible. We know this, but despite that, when people have a hair fall or when people have a lack of glow in the skin, what people tend to do? People tend to go and ask, can you suggest me a hair pack? Can you suggest me a face pack? People ask for recommendations of hair oil and face packs, but they never think of what could be lacking at the cellular level that is causing you to look less than amazing, that is causing you to look less than being the best version of yourself. So thank you so much for congratulating me for completing a decade. Yes, it's been a beautiful, beautiful journey, and then after a decade came the COVID, and hence we have reinvented ourselves to more powerfully create a bigger difference, and this bigger difference is going to be created because massive secret sharing and massive education is going to happen online, because in 11 years I have seen that all transformations have happened with the right knowledge, because there is a lot of myths that is floating around. There is abundance of information, but what is the right information and how this right information needs to be simplified so that you can take action on the right information. These are the two things that are going to make a difference in your life, and these are the two things that are going to make sure that you get this difference in a fun and easy way. And this is exactly what I am going to do with you, one topic at a time. I'm going to do it on Tuesday and Thursday consistently all of 2020, and I am going to make sure that all the questions you have on skin, on hair, on body shape, on immunity get answered through me. Keep your questions coming. I'll be so happy to talk about them. Jumping straight into the topic so that we don't miss out on anything, I want to keep this short and effective. So, can you get all the nutritional supplements you need for healthy hair through food? Yes, you can. Not that it is not possible, but I want to gently make you aware that there are macronutrients, which are the proteins and the fats and the carbohydrates that we talk about. There are micronutrients, which are like the B complex and vitamin D and the other vitamins that we talk about. And then there are some trace elements like manganese, like zinc, like selenium. So macronutrients is what we see on our plate. Micronutrients are the vitamins which the vegetables and the fruits and the whole grains give us. And trace elements are something which is needed in a very, very, very small quantity. So there are too many things coming together in the right proportion that actually give you that abundance of health. And many times, because of the way our life is, because of the way we cook our food, because of the quality of the food we get in, the quality of the grain, the quality of the fruits and vegetables, the cooking styles, the mindfulness with which we eat, the kind of importance we give food every day, because of all these things, many times we are lacking in one or the other ingredient. Seemingly we may seem absolutely fine, we may even be eating healthy, but then you may miss on one or the other micronutrient or trace element. And unless the macronutrition, the micronutrition and the trace element, all of this is there in your body in the right proportion, you may not have the abundance of health that you and me are here to create for us, because everybody desires and everybody deserves abundance of health, and that is possible only when you're really healthy on the inside. Hence, I say that if you change your diet, if you understand a few diet principles, have a holistic and balanced diet, and if you see that you are getting good results, great. I'm not against it, but working with thousands of men and women, I have seen that it is easier said than done, for the reason that you need to control too many parameters when you're trying to get all your nutrition from diet, and also that these things work only when you're very, very consistent. And for you to be very, very consistent, there are so many other things. Life keeps happening to us every day, and our priorities keep moving towards things that seem more important than food, unfortunately. So then we are not paying attention to our food. So I strongly recommend that each one of us can invest in a hair nutrient, in a multi-nutrition every single day. So that is something which it's my personal sharing with you. When I meet people, whether they are my friends, whether they are my family members, or whether they are my clients, of course, I choose wellness for all of them. It begins here, whether it is about me I believe in taking multivitamins regularly. I believe in making sure that it's better for me to take a multivitamin and ensure that I am in abundance than to be casual about the food I eat and then discover that I have some kind of deficiency, because certain kind of deficiencies, especially today the conversation is about the hair, can cause so much hair loss, and by the time we realize and we make corrections, sometimes there are irreversible changes, because growing back the lost hair at every age, yeah, it's not impossible of course, but it is time consuming and you have to put in a lot of effort from it. So we all know that prevention is better than cure, and that is one of the reasons this conversation is happening, and you people definitely care about your health and wellness, and that is the reason you are with me through this conversation. Thank you very much. And so I recommend that you should take a multivitamin if you think your life has high stress, if you think your energy and enthusiasm levels are average, not great, if you think your skin and hair are good, not great, a multivitamin will definitely help. Now to tell you which multivitamin is right for you. Now this can be like a question that is not very easy to answer, because there is no one size fits all. If we find a product which we say this is good for everybody, then it may be great for nobody, because everybody has different needs depending on their weight, depending on their gender, depending on their current food habits, depending on their lifestyle, depending on their levels of exertion, and also everybody has different aspirations. Some people aspire to really invest in the world class and they have a budget for it. So giving a name of a multivitamin will only lead to confusion, because there are 10 different multivitamins. All of them work and they have to be fitted right with you depending on all these factors that I just said. It's weight, it's age, it's lifestyle. It's why age? Because different people, especially for women, at different ages they are at different hormonal levels, and that is why the age also becomes equally important. The gender is important, because like when we talk about a hemoglobin, women are generally low in hemoglobin, but we do not find too many men low in hemoglobin. So taking all this into account, and also taking into account the aspiration. This is something that I have to understand. What is your aspiration? What are you willing to invest in your good health? Unless I understand what are you willing to invest, I just give you a recommendation, you may not even start it because it doesn't fit into the budget that you have decided, or you may start it and you may give it up abruptly. So you can make out from this conversation and me showing up regularly on various channels and educating you that I am serious about you getting incredible results, and that is why I will make only responsible statements. I am available on my mail ID Dr. Shweta at skinsense.co.in. I will share it in the description. You can write to me. You and I can have a structured conversation on phone, and I can help you choose the right multivitamin from you after I get these answers to these questions from you. So the multivitamins which I am looking at prescribing in people, especially when we are talking about healthy hair: vitamin D supplements wherever they are indicated, and then there is a hair multivitamin supplement. The hair multivitamin supplement has the general multivitamins. Also it has certain trace elements or certain other vitamins like biotin, zinc, selenium, calcium pantothenate, and these are the vitamins which are specifically needed for the nails and the hair. A general B complex tablet may not contain this, but these are really needed for the hair. So even if you are taking a general multivitamin, switching over to a hair multivitamin can be a game changer for you. I have worked with thousands of people again, and even though they were taking a very good quality, it's not about the good quality or the good brand, it is about the right fit always. So shifting them to a hair multivitamin which had enough of biotin, I have seen that in just less than 6 weeks they have written back to me saying that it has worked like magic. Even just adding vitamin D to prescriptions where everything else was in place. So it's pretty much like a recipe. everything may be in place, but that one missing ingredient will not give you abundance of awesomeness. Like if I'm having a kheer for that matter, everything else could be in place, but if it needs that zaifal or if it needs that bit of elaichi and that is missing, something will be missing in the awesomeness that you're creating. So it could be a trace element, and it is worth giving it a chance. It is worth investing in a hair vitamin after consulting an expert, and these things are less expensive than you think. In fact, they're amazing value for money. I know of people wasting so much money on things that don't even work for them, experimenting, but jumping from one oil to another oil, one hair serum to another hair serum, one salon to another salon, just trying out certain things without understanding that the answer is within. So it seems like a spiritual conversation, but yes, the answer is within. So I want you to make sure that D, a complete multivitamin for hair. Some people may even need hemoglobin. They may need the multivitamin and hemoglobin also. That depends on their blood levels. Do I need to get these blood levels done before I prescribe a multivitamin? Well, that's not necessary at all. If I doubt something, or if I feel that I'm not getting the missing link, very few times I do prescribe blood tests. But at Skinsense, we are more clinically driven through conversation, through history, through understanding the general health of the person. We always know what is the missing link, and giving the missing link and repeated reviews make sure that people do get the results. Now people ask me, is it safe? It's absolutely safe. If a doctor is going to prescribe you a multivitamin and a doctor is going to prescribe you a hair multivitamin for a period of time, the doctor is going to make sure that the multivitamin being prescribed to you is water soluble. So if you're casually told to take a multivitamin, or you are asked to take a multivitamin over a period of time, be assured that this multivitamin is water soluble, which means that how much your body needs will be absorbed by your body, will reach your cells, and what your body doesn't need will just be excreted by your body. Yes, it could be a little waste of money, but then that's the paradigm we need to understand. Would we rather keep our body in abundance, or would we keep our body in deprivation? Like as females, when we cook also, we cook one extra chapati because we want to make sure that nobody goes hungry. So that's exactly what is my approach towards recommending a multivitamin for you. I generally like to prescribe the best quality multivitamin. I also like to prescribe a slightly higher dose of multivitamin, and I have seen that it always works. Multivitamins are safe for absolutely anybody. Of course, very young children rarely need it, but if we are talking about anybody who's 20 plus, they may need a multivitamin. They can take it for as long as 3 to 4 months, and every month they will start seeing that their energy, their enthusiasm, their skin, their hair, their moods, everything improves. After 3 to 4 months, there are people who still continue to take it. This will be a personal call and a conversation with a doctor. Some people after 4 months also take it every single day. Now, what is the logic of taking a multivitamin every single day? A multivitamin is finally a nutritional supplement, which means it is the best part of the nutrition, and if you're not getting enough nutrition through food, then it makes sense to make sure that you get nutrition from a multivitamin. We all know that every day there is a life cycle of every cell. Some cells are dying every day and some cells are being born every day. So some cells are being born every day. Unless there is an abundance of nutrition in the body, the quality of the cells being born will be compromised. So having understood this, and all the more as we age, the more we age, the rejuvenation process is still slower, the digestion process is still slower. So every time a new cell has to be born, it's more effort than it was when you were a lot younger. So if you want to stay young forever, The magic is in making sure that you have an abundance of nutrition in the body, so that whenever any cell is born, it is swimming in nutrition. There is an abundance of nutrition available for the cell, and because of which the cell can be the best version of itself, and because of which I can be the best version of yourself. Yes, water soluble is a thing to keep in mind, because people do worry. People feel multivitamins are medicines, but the labels themselves say that these are food supplements. So you could take one cranberry, one gooseberry, one sunflower seed, one macadamia nut, one tomato, and you could have it, and you could make sure that you get everything that you get from a multivitamin tablet. But how impractical is that, and how difficult is that? So for me, you will see that in my conversations, I have a lot of different kind of conversations. I share a lot of stories too. So for me, it's beyond talking about right and wrong. It is a time to talk about what is workable and what is not workable, because only if it is workable are you going to do it, and only if you do it you are going to get the results. So there are a lot of scientific facts, lot of scientific theories. People say ye to bahut acha hai, ye to bahut hi acha hai, but the fact is it easy to take? Can it be adapted into your lifestyle in an easy way? Even sometimes some superfoods, which are natural foods, which you can have to get an abundance of antioxidants, to get an abundance of multivitamins, like certain seeds, certain sunflower seeds, certain macadamia nuts, amazing foods. But the problem with these foods is that they are extremely expensive and difficult to source, which makes it less workable to have them on a day-to-day basis. It's a lot more easy to buy a synthetic product which has the same kind of benefits on the body and be regular with it for a long term. The magic is when you are consistent with it. Yes, I would call it magic, because I have seen so many people transform, but this has happened only when they continue it for 3 months or more. And unfortunately, I hardly see people continue multivitamins regularly for more than 3 months unless they have some kind of a sickness and then they're forced to take those multivitamins. Then it's a different thing. But if they're already well and they want to go to the next level, which is the best version of yourself, and I write a multivitamin, people generally start it, they write me feedback saying that they're feeling so much nicer with it and they're already seeing the benefits, but unfortunately they stop it very, very soon. It's like starting an exercise, saying that I feel good, I feel great, and then stopping that exercise really, really soon. Unless you take it in the right dose for a long enough time, you will not get the benefits you deserve and you desire. Now, coming to the last point, which is protein supplements. Protein supplements are important too, especially if you're a vegetarian. I personally believe in taking a lot of protein supplements because I am a vegetarian and I know that it's not very easy for me to get protein through food. Of course, it's possible for all vegetarians to get enough amount of protein from food, but then you have to eat very mindfully, and many times I'm eating out. Now that we are in a lockdown, probably the eating out has gone down significantly, but otherwise we having lunch meets and we having working lunches where I may not be eating enough amount of protein. Like for instance, if I'm having a meet at a Starbucks or at a coffee day, at a coffee shop, I'm just drinking a cup of coffee and having a sandwich, I'm not thinking about my protein. So I do invest in protein bars and protein shakes. I do have my one protein bar probably 3 times a week, or a protein shake probably 3 times a week, because I am aware that protein is a building block of every cell. Protein is the building block of my hair, and I want to be proactive, I want to be responsible, I want to make sure that my body is not low in protein. Can multivitamins be taken along with other medication? Absolutely, Darshana. Thank you for being here, and I always feel happy to see you. I just want to tell you that. So multivitamins are just like taking foods. Yes, they can be taken with all other medication. They do not interfere with other medicines at all. But then every medicine, because it's synthetically prepared, may have some amount of gastric irritation. By gastric irritation, I mean you may just feel heavy on the stomach, you may feel bloating on the stomach. So then if you are taking too many medicines, probably you can break them into 2 batches and have some for lunch and some for dinner. so that there are not too many medicines going into your stomach together and you feeling bloated or uncomfortable about eating those many medicines. Other than that, taking any other tablet and a multivitamin is perfectly safe, because finally multivitamin is like taking a fruit or a vegetable or a nut. It is absolutely something that your body gets from other sources if you eat responsibly, but unfortunately it's easier said than done to eat responsibly. We say very often that हम अच्छा खाते हैं, but if I ask you to write a diet chart about all the things you eat in a particular week or a particular fortnight, I can show you how many of these nutrients are missing from your weekly diet or your 14-day diet. In fact, another way of proving it to you is just starting you on a multivitamin. I have started healthy looking, healthy feeling people on hair multivitamins, and I have taken feedback from them after a month, and all of them have given me a thumbs up saying that yes, they have seen a positive change. I have helped people see this positive change also by giving collagen supplements. I did a video on collagen supplements last week. If you haven't watched it, it was another Insta live. You should go back and watch it. It is one of the very trending nutrients that is being supplemented. Everybody is talking about it and everybody is wanting to take it, because of course everybody wants to stay ageless, and why shouldn't they? Because today there is so much to do in life, and I always say that life begins at 40. So then at 40 the energy levels to make a positive change in the whole world is very high, and then if your skin and hair and body shape doesn't cooperate with it, you don't feel great about it. You wish your skin and hair and body shape also cooperated with your energy levels at 40, and now that is possible by taking the right supplementation. I think it's been wonderful talking to you, and I have answered most of your questions. I will answer one last question that I have in mind, and then I will log off to only come back on Friday. And on Friday I have one more Facebook live, Insta live to do with you, and the topic we will be talking about on Friday is frizzy hair. It's monsoon, so a lot of people have hair frizz, and I want to make sure that I give them an awesome inside out approach to controlling hair frizz, because whenever people talk about controlling frizz, people just talk about what to do externally, what are the various things that they can apply, whether home remedies or salon remedies, but I am going to tell you what to eat to have less frizz, what kind of multivitamins help in less frizz, what not to do to have less frizz, what not to eat to have less frizz. Will that be useful to you? Because frizzy hair somewhere says that I am damaged. Extremely dry and brittle hair is telling you, hair with split ends is telling you I am damaged, and damaged from the inside, not a healthy hair, not a nutritious hair. So Darshana used to take a few years back when she was consulting me. It was very helpful, but I have moved to another city and I stopped it. Let me tell you something really nice, Darshana, that because of this, we were all locked down and we were all working from home. So we started doing telephonic consultations and home delivering products to doorsteps of people, and because of which now Skinsense is operational globally. So anywhere you are in the world, you just have to write to me. I will have a structured 20-minute consultation with you on the phone. We will structure it. We will ask you a lot of questions on the mail before, so that the 20 minutes that you and I spend together can be power packed, and we will tell you how you can take your health and beauty to the next level. Besides that, if you say so, we will also be able to courier the products right to your doorstep. Does that seem amazing? Now, how does it get even better than this? Yes, we are reinventing ourselves, and I am very serious about making a difference. After putting in 11 years in this space, understanding the needs, desires, problems of people, understanding where they get stuck, now I am more serious than ever to make a difference, and I will do whatever it takes to make a difference in your life, provided you participate. So the mission of Skinsense is to partner with you to take your health, wellness, immunity, energy levels to level next. Who's playing with me? who's willing to play along and who's participating in this game of stepping up our game, who wants to step up the game with me and take our beauty, health, energy, immunity to level next. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me. So looking forward to hear from you, Darshana, and see you soon. So Friday I'll be back here with an Insta live, and thank you so much for being here.